I'm Bianca Haname Rubio, and today I would like to share with you my story. It was the 17th of October, year 2018, around 1 a.m., when a loud noise woke me up from my sleep. I heard our neighbors screaming and shouting. I didn't know what was happening until I checked out from my bedroom window and saw fire that was already engulfing the house of one of our neighbors. My room was just adjacent to the burning house, and I saw the fire was already as high as our roof. Just seconds later, smokes were already coming in our ceiling. I instantly got out of my room and started shouting. May sunog sa kapitbahay. That probably was the loudest shout I ever did in my entire life. I and my family immediately ran out of our house. I was still planning to go back and take with me anything that I could carry. But I know at that moment, time was not in our favor. My father decided to just leave everything behind and made sure that everyone in the family was out safe. I remember the last glance I did to our house. The house that have been our shelter for many years, witness to the laughs and cries of our family, and every corner of it has its own story. It was like saying goodbye to a friend that I know I will never see again. I couldn't believe that's how it would end. Years have spent to build it, but it only took minutes to destroy it. I cried in my heart as I watched the fire consuming our house and everything in it. It was truly a devastating night and a very painful moment. But I thank the Lord for keeping us all safe. I trusted Him, but the process wasn't easy. As much as I wanted to say that everything went easy for me and my family after experiencing that kind of incident, I couldn't. Every member of the family has to deal with our own emotional and spiritual battle. It was the hardest part, I say. My faith was shaken. Personally, it was hard because at that moment, I realized I didn't completely surrender everything to God. There were baggage of emotions that I kept on stirring in my heart. Emotions such as fear, anger, and guilt. Fear of what's going to happen to me and to my family. Questions pop out like, can we afford to build a new house again? Where are we going to stay? Are our resources enough? All those uncertainties covered my heart with fear, and anxiety started to take its toll on me. Anger, feeling of anger for being in that situation. Why our house? Why us? Why our family? And guilt. I was blaming myself for putting my family into that situation. I felt like it was the punishment to me for doing bad things in the past. I didn't realize that until it became too heavy that I could no longer carry. I cried my heart out to God and asked Him to take away my suffering. I asked Him to remove the pain that I've been feeling and that I am surrendering everything to Him. Then suddenly, I felt like a voice whispered to me uttering these words, I am with you, I am with you. And in an instant, the heavy feeling was gone. I couldn't describe the feeling I had after I prayed, but what I know is that it wasn't the same as the days before. I know it was God. I know He was speaking to me in that very moment. I realized He has been carrying me all throughout the process. He has been with me. My God didn't leave me. He didn't forsake me. Even in those times, I doubted Him. Even when I questioned Him, and even when I continued sinning against Him. He embraced me even more when I am a sinner. His love for me is unconditional. He proved that when He offered His life as the ultimate sacrifice for me. Fear, anger, and guilt held me back from the freedom God was offering me. I learned to let go and let God. The moment I let go and let God take over was the moment I experienced God's breakthrough. I am a witness of His love and grace. His blessings are abundant. All these were greatly signified when He gave us a new home 5 months after it was taken away from us. God reminded me that there is beauty in new beginning. The fire may have destroyed our house, but the home where Jesus is the strong foundation will never be destroyed. I may never understand why God allowed that to happen, but I know God is good in whatever He allows to happen in my life and in the life of my family. In the Bible, God did not promise us a trial-free life, but what He promised is that with Him in our lives, we can overcome any trial. I could not imagine all this without God. His grace sustains me, His joy is my strength, and He is my ever-providing God. To God be all the glory and honor.